My name is Andrew Meadows, class of 2023. I'm a 6'7" wing, and I go to West Ranch High School.
Andrew Meadows, I appreciate you for sitting down and taking the time to talk with us. Right now, you're coming back from Atlanta, EYBL. How was it?
It was good. I had a good weekend out there. We played some tough teams from Atlanta, some teams from the Under Armour circuit and the Adidas circuit, and I think I performed well, and we definitely got better as a team.
When you look at the roster, you got like Mike Price, Bronny, a bunch of 5-star, 4-star players, and when I look at the numbers, it's almost like you didn't have as many stars, but you performed at a higher level when it came to the bigger stage. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, I just take every game, and it's always just the game of basketball that I've been playing since I was a young kid, so I just got to compete and show everyone who I am.
All right, you had 25 and 10 against Atlanta Express, 27 points, 8 rebounds against Team Hacho, 15 points, 10 rebounds against Game Elite. Going over some of the footage, I saw that your outside shot, it was falling down. Is that one of the bigger parts that you've added to your game like over the years?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely take a big emphasis in working on my three-point shot and mid-range and just being able to score from all 3 levels, and I work on it every single day.
All right, so right now we're coming to an end of your junior year. At the beginning of the year, we were in Phoenix, and we seen that you were playing with Dream City, and then you kind of made the decision that you wanted to come back home to West Ranch. What was it that made you make the decision? Was I going to stay and play prep, or was I going to come back and play in the CIF and play high school basketball?
I think it was just being able to come back to my city where I grew up in and being around my circle and just trying to be around the city that I grew up in every single day.
You feel like you wanted to stay and play, or like what made you leave, or like was it just what was the determining factor on you coming back and not staying at Dream City?
It was a tough decision for sure, but I would say the biggest factor was just coming back and being able to work with my trainers that I've been training with since I was a young kid.
Oh, okay, so we're here in Santa Clarita. Can you tell us a little bit more about your trainer and the guy that you're training with?
Yeah, so Taylor and Travis have been a big part of my life. I met them since I was 7, Travis, and then he introduced me to Taylor when I was 10, and they've just always had the best interest for me and helping me get better every single day.
What was your biggest takeaway from that season?
My biggest takeaway from this season was that we have a lot of work going into next year, but I'm willing to lead the team and win a CIF championship next year.
So the goal is the CIF, of course.
Yes, for sure.
What team do you think will be your biggest hurdle to achieve that goal?
I feel like the biggest team would probably be Corona Centennial or Sierra Canyon.
Okay. Yeah, because Centennial actually won it this year. But as far as playing West Ranch, Dream City, what was the biggest difference in the style of play between those 2 programs?
I think the biggest difference was just the level of the kids. I mean, out there is everybody on the team could go. Out here it's obviously different, but just being able to be around those guys, definitely I learned a lot and it really helped me.
Okay. So the competition, do you feel the competition kind of made your game elevate?
Yeah, I for sure think it made my game elevate. Just seeing the ton of work that the top players in the country put in definitely inspired me to come back when I did come back and put that same kind of work in here.
So that same type of workouts that you were doing has carried over into what you're doing now?
I wouldn't say like the exact workouts, but just the level that everyone was going at is definitely something I wanted that at my high school, for everyone to work as hard so we can eventually win a championship.
So we're in the AAU season now, as you mentioned before. What team was the greatest challenge for you, or presented the greatest challenge for you?
I would say the biggest team so far was New Heights Lightning. That was a game that we struggled, but we play them again in New York, I believe, so I'm definitely looking forward to that and showing them.
So as we mentioned before, you are on a team with a lot of 4- and 5-star players. Is there any particular player that maybe gives you problems in practice, kind of helps you to elevate your game?
I think everyone on the team is great players, and we all challenge each other when we are at practice, so we definitely get better when we get in the gym together.
Would you say that the practices are more challenging than the games, or vice versa?
I would say, yeah, the practices are tougher than the games. I mean, we have to practice harder so the games become easier and we can win more games.
We were at one of your regular season games, and on the side of us, there were about 8 Division I colleges, and they were kind of, whispering certain players' names, and your name was one of them. What are you looking for in a college?
I'm probably looking for the most in a college is just having a good relationship with the coaching staff, somewhere where I'll definitely get good development and, of course, academics.
Like, is your first option staying close to home or playing a certain style of basketball? What's ultimately going to make you make your decision about where you're going to go?
I feel like just being where I can and the best fit, and just being able to fit into the right offense where I can succeed at the best level will definitely be the biggest factor.
So right now you got Washington State, Washington, San Francisco, UNLV, UC Santa Barbara, Pepperdine, New Mexico, San Diego State, LMU, Southern Utah. The list goes on and on. Talk to us how it feels to have so many offers, and how does it feel?
I definitely feel really good about all of them. It's definitely a big blessing to be able to be offered by all these schools, and I appreciate all the coaching staff for believing in me.
How do you manage your school, your academics, with your training, your commitment with the AAU, and deciding where you want to go to school or developing a relationship with a school when you already have so much on your plate?
It's definitely very hard to balance everything, but it's something that I've got to learn over the past 2 years, and I feel like I've been getting better and better at it every day, and I feel like it's been getting easier and easier.
Okay, so when you finally when the time does come for you to make a decision on where you want to go, and of course the relationship with the coach, are you going to get playing time, those type of things, but are you interested in staying closer to home, or maybe Arizona, Washington, or somewhere else?
Yeah, I'm good with going anywhere, to be honest, just because I'm good with wherever the best fit is for me.
So with the AAU team, you have been traveling a little bit more, going to some major cities. Which city has been your favorite so far?
My favorite probably was, I would say, Indiana. I liked Indiana a lot. It was just like very calm out there. The downtown part was nice, so I liked that a lot.
So where was the game actually in Indianapolis?
It was like 40 minutes from there, so it was like pretty close, yeah.
It was close, okay. Has that kind of spawned any ideas of where you would want to play professionally, if you get to that level?
No, not really. I mean, just being able to play at any NBA team, pro team, or even college team is just a blessing, and I'd be willing to go anywhere.
Your trademark is the hair and the goggles. Do you get any comparison to any vintage players or any old school players? Who do they compare you to?
The biggest one I definitely hear is Kurt Rambis.
Kurt Rambis,
yeah.
definitely Kurt Rambis. Who do you say? Because you have a unique game, 6'7", you can shoot it from outside. You have a strong, solid frame. You can play the high post or the corner. Who would you say you pattern your game after?
I would say definitely Luka Doncic. I think he's a 6'7" guard, and he could really play anywhere on the court, which is something that I try to take from him.
Facts, because you can shoot it from outside. Okay, so I really feel like your shooting is outstanding.
Thank you.
You really have it's very accurate at this point. What else do you feel like you need to develop, to take your game to the next level?
I feel like the biggest thing is just getting my feet faster, for the next level, and then just polishing all the other little things within my game.
All right, man. Well, hey, man, we appreciate your time. It's a pleasure coming out to visit you and see you work out in Santa Clarita. And man, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.